On this edition of Cop Beat, we're talking about scams and how not to fall prey to them. Constable Steve Baker joins us to tell us all about the scams happening in our area. It's actually been pretty significant around Lethbridge lately.
Yeah, there's been the scams are always there, right? Everyone's always going to be try to hit people up, but there have been some particular styles which have proven a little bit effective, unfortunately, here in Lethbridge. So the basic scams we get generally are going to be some sort of third-party communication, right? You're going to have emails, you're going to have phone numbers, people calling you up or emailing you. Recently, we've had some guys who've done their homework, which is generally the case with a good scam. They're gonna seem as legit as possible, and they've been contacting businesses to get invoices paid up that are real invoices that are really there. However, the company is not the real company, and so they get you to wire them some money right away because they need it for whatever elaborate, reasonable excuse they provide, and then you send the money off only to discover later that that was not the company.
Wow, that's pretty frightening, actually. How well researched and how good these scammers are. And how do you maybe avoid this, or what are some steps you can take to not become a victim?
Yeah, so that's where it becomes really tricky because, like I said, this is their full-time life ambition job. So they spend a lot of time, a lot of effort to make it as real and as legitimate as possible. But some of the things that you can look for is, one, a change of behavior, a change if you know that if that company is all of a sudden doing something they don't normally do, then look into it, right? And the other rule I'll say is don't transfer money. You know, we like, I don't want to say don't use those money transferring companies because they serve a purpose, but if someone's calling you and saying, I need this money now, you can wire it to me, and you really do your research, call that company. Don't talk to that person. Hang up the phone, call the company themselves, right? If it's an email, look at the email address, look at the history behind it. You know, where is that transaction going? Does it say .ca or is it saying .nig? Is it saying .uk? And does that make sense? Should it be saying that, or is it an American company or a Canadian company? And it shouldn't be out of Nigeria. It shouldn't be out of the UK. It shouldn't be out of Australia. So why is it then? And so look at the whole picture. Look at the wording. You know, spelling mistakes, things out of place, the IP address not making sense, and really just investigate it before you send anything.
That's really, really good flags to look for. Thank you so much, Constable Baker, for joining us. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We'll have more on Go right after this.